Hello, today I'm going to show a kit and it's going to be my postpartum care kit. I'm going to include everything that I have in here. Some of it will stay in here in the bathroom and some of it will actually be by my bedside that I'm going to include in my diaper caddy as well because my diaper caddy is so big. So I'm going to have some baby things in it that I'm going to need to carry around the house. And I'll have some of my postpartum care type things that I'm going to need at all times to have access to. And I'm also going to do a video on that as well, so stick around for that, and whenever I get it put together, I'll make a video on it. First, I'll go ahead and start out. Obviously, you need some pads. These are the pads that I picked out because they're free and clear of chlorine. You can see the peel strip is whitened, is pre-whitened with chlorine containing chemicals. So that's what happens if you get the ones with the wings on it. I could not find the overnights without wings on it. So this is the most natural ones that I could find. The next thing that I included in here, this is supposed to be good for soothing and cooling to help ease episiotomy, perineal tears, hemorrhoids, and more. It's made with organic herbs and oils. You apply 2 to 3 times a day. Obviously, down there, if you have a tear or something like that, it's supposed to help with that. As you can tell from all the ingredients on the back, it says, I'll just let you read that if you can see it, and I'm sure that it's way too small to read, but if you do look it up, you can see that everything on here is natural ingredients. I did do a lot of research on several different options that I had. They make several different products as well for mama and baby, so I chose them for the bottom balm. Next, this is another product that they have, and this is the New Mama bottom spray. And this is good for, if you've heard of the dermaplast that people talk about, this is a natural dermaplast, basically. This is supposed to cool and soothe. It's a natural cooling mist for prenatal and postpartum bottoms. We'll take it with you along with your peri bottle for your first post-baby bathroom visit. It says, shake well and spray down there as often as needed, especially after urination and bathing. This also has all natural ingredients in it, which I've already looked at what all was in it. I'll link all these below, that way that you can look and see yourself that they do have natural ingredients, or if you choose to actually buy it for yourself. So I chose this. The MOTHERLOVE did have one as well, and I just seen way more good reviews about the Earth Mama Baby bottom balm, or the bottom spray, than I did the MOTHERLOVE spray. So that's why I went with this. Next thing that I have in my box is THAYERS, I'm not sure if that's how you say that, witch hazel pads. And I'll open it up so you can see it. They're just little thin pads, as you can tell. And this is supposed to be an all-natural pad as a witch hazel pad. This is basically the same thing as Tux, but if you'll notice, Tux says medicated on it. And if you actually look on the back of Tux, because they pull the witch hazel pads title on the front, making you think, witch hazel's natural. This is good for me. No. If you look at the back of the Tux pads and the ingredients, has a lot of bad ingredients in it that I didn't feel comfortable using. So I looked very long and hard to find some pads that I could buy that was natural, and these were the most natural pads that I could find. And I will link this below as well, just in case you want to use it instead of the Tux pads. But I also read reviews on this, and other mamas were saying that they use this instead of the Tux pads. The next things that I'm going to include are probably going to be in my bedside table diaper caddy basket for my use that I was explaining to you about, because these don't necessarily need to follow me to the bathroom. This isn't really a need, but I do plan on breastfeeding, and this is organic milk-made tea, and it's supposed to help with milk production. This has all natural herbs inside the tea bags. You drink 1 to 3 cups daily. Also be sure, as you can tell, that you shouldn't use this while you're pregnant. You should use it for after, for just postpartum needs for your milk production. So I'm anxious to try this out. I've heard a lot of good things about this as well. So I'll link it below, that way you can look into it if you want to get this. Next thing I got was this, and this is the MOTHERLOVE nipple cream. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about this nipple cream in particular. I actually looked at the ingredients, and it has all natural ingredients on the back. And I know people say that they use the lanolin, and lanolin is not natural. You actually have to wipe it off every time before you breastfeed. And this actually states on here that it does not need to be removed prior to breastfeeding. That's what I was looking for, because to me, if you have to remove it before you breastfeed, then it's probably not good for baby. Earth Mama Angel Baby does have this. Now, as you can tell, I'll show you what the container actually looks like. And Earth Mama Angel Babies actually looks smaller. Now, I'm not sure if it is smaller. And this is what it looks like. Really anxious to try this out. I do remember looking at the ingredients of the Earth Mama Angel Babies. I just like the ingredients of this more than the Earth Mama Angel Baby. It doesn't really have a smell. It smells like olive oil, honestly. So it has olive oil, beeswax, shea butter, marshmallow root, and calendula flower. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but that's what this has in it. So I went with that. It's another natural thing to use for postpartum needs, because if you are breastfeeding, I hear that you do need to keep some of this stuff around. So whether you want to use the lanolin or not, that's fine. And I have never used it before, so I might wind up using the Earth Mama Angel Baby next if this doesn't work out. But I did want to give this a good try because of such good reviews that I have read on it. The next thing that I have is, these are the prenatals that I use, and it's actually a 2-pack and it comes in a box, but these are out of a box right now. It's a prenatal 1, and that's actually the kind I use. And this is the DHA that comes in the package, and that's the DHA that I use. I've actually been told by my acupuncture doctor that this brand, this Rainbow Light brand, is a really good brand, and you can get it on Amazon for much cheaper than you can in any of the other stores. So I have been using this before my pregnancy and throughout my whole pregnancy. And my doctor actually told me today that I can use this after my pregnancy while I'm breastfeeding as well, and that it's good to take DHA. I will definitely have this in the little diaper caddy that I'm carrying around the house. That way, if I'm out, you know, just walking around in the house or whatever, and drinking some water, and I realize that I didn't take my prenatals that day, then I can go ahead and take those while I'm there. Also, another thing I included is breast pads, and these are Bamboobies. These are the light leaking ones, and then these are the heavy leaking ones. I'll include 1 pair of each in here. That way I have a spare just in case I need it. Not really sure if my flow will be heavy or light, so I got 4 pairs of each of these. Hopefully that's enough. Another thing that I have as well, and I probably don't really need it in my postpartum basket, because the reason I got it was to make PADSICLEs, unless I just need some aloe vera to cool down there and feel comfortable or whatever, then I mean, I don't know if I'll keep it in there, but this is the kind that I got. And this is supposed to be all natural aloe vera. And I will tell you that it's very, very difficult to find all natural aloe vera. They say they're natural, and then you get to looking at the ingredients and they're actually not natural at all. Now this says, and this is the most natural one that I could find, this is 99.75% organic. This has the fewest amount of ingredients that I could find out of all the aloe vera gels. Aloe and citric acid preservative, that's what they use as the preservative, and ascorbic acid, which is a vitamin C as a preservative, and potassium sorbate as a preservative to guard against bacteria, and xanthan, which I'm not really sure if that's how you say that, to help the aloe coat your skin better. I'll let you take a look at it as well, but I'll include this in a link below, that way that you can look it up for yourself. I actually put some of this on my skin just to test it out. It's actually pretty watery, which is fine, because some of the ones I was looking at, the reason why they weren't very natural was because they added something to it to thicken it. I'm not really concerned about it being thick or not, and this came with a pump, which is easy to access, but I used it on my skin and it's not sticky. It actually soaks right into your skin, so I'm really happy about this. But I will be making a PADSICLE video, so stay tuned for that. I'm not really sure when I'll be making that. And another thing that I don't have in my box right now is the witch hazel, and I like the THAYERS unscented witch hazel. Make sure that you get the unscented, because, and I'll include a link for that below as well at Amazon. Make sure that you get the unscented, because I ordered some from Target and it stated in the title that it was alcohol free. Well, when I ordered it and got it in, I got the looking on the back and it said there was alcohol in it. So I did send that back, and it took me a while to look and find one with actually no alcohol in it, and that was the only one that they have without alcohol is the unscented one. So you've got to be careful about these false things that people state on the internet, because they will try to fool you. That is everything I included in my postpartum care kit. If I did forget anything, if y'all have any other suggestions of things that I could add to my list, go ahead and let me know about that. I just got a really cheap plastic little storage tote, and because I mean, you don't need anything fancy that's right beside your toilet or behind the back of your toilet. So I just got this inexpensive box, and that's what I'm putting my stuff in. I also did get several bags of these. That way I could stock up on these, because I heard you need a lot of these. I do need to get some smaller sizes as well, because this is just the overnight. Whenever I get the other videos posted, I will link it below on this video. That way you can watch it as well. And I'm going to be making a video out of that, and I plan to do a hospital bag video, and I also plan to do her hospital bag video also. I'm still going to do that laptop video. This is not a tech video. I'm just going to show y'all the laptop itself and give you an honest opinion about what I think about it, and also the process we had to go through to get this thing, which is crazy. But stay tuned for that, and also remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my other videos. Oh,
red dot means recording.
Okay, well the first thing we're gonna do is nothing, and next we're gonna do something.
You're retarded.
Okay, but anyways. Gary, how do you turn this thing off? I'm over this